Sabi ng Pangulo ngayong araw na ito, and other funny quotes, sabi niya, ipinag-utos daw niya na i-live streaming ang Vicam. Tapos, dun sa media na nilabas nilang ganon, sabi, si Presidente Marcos lang daw ang nag-utos ng ganito. Ngayon lang ito nangyari sa buong kasaysayan ng paggagawa ng batas under the 1987 Constitution. Kung di ako nagkakamali. But ang tingin ko dyan is talagang tinaano nila. Wow, ang galing-galing daw ni BBM. Inutusan daw niya na, na i-live stream ang bicameral conference committee hearings. Kakaloka. Live stream na ipinag-utos. Doon pa lang sa word na pinag-utos, medyo duda na tayo. Can the President order Congress to do anything? That's a separate branch. And congressmen and senators are not under the control and supervision or even just supervision of the President. They're under a totally different branch of government. Sabi ng Pangulo ngayong araw na ito, and other funny quotes, sabi niya, ipinag-utos daw niya na i-live streaming ang Vicam. Tapos, dun sa media na nilabas nilang ganon, sabi, si Presidente Marcos lang daw ang nag-utos ng ganito. Ngayon lang ito nangyari sa buong kasaysayan ng paggagawa ng batas under the 1987 Constitution. Kung di ako nagkakamali. But ang tingin ko dyan is talagang tinaano nila. Wow, ang galing-galing daw ni BBM. Inutusan daw niya na, na i-live stream ang bicameral conference committee hearings. Bago tayo magpatuloy, huwag pong kakalimutan, kung di pa po kayo nag-follow sa ating mga Facebook pages, which is Luminous by Trixie Cruz Angeles and Ahmed Paglinawan, and Trixie Cruz Angeles na page, I hope you do so para masaya, di ba? You get notifications. Kami din po ay nasa YouTube under Luminous TCA and AGP. Sa TikTok po, it's at Luminous TCA. At sa Rumble, ganun din po. Sa TikTok, TikTok is also at Luminous TCA. Sabi ni Bryke, ang hilig nila sa self-credit. Totoo yan. Pero let's begin with how many things wrong there are in this statement. So number one, ipinag-utos ni Presidente. So many things to come to mind dahil sa sinabing yon. Ipinag-utos daw ni Presidente na i-live stream ang BICAM for the 2026 national budget. Kakaloka. Live stream na ipinag-utos. Doon pa lang sa word na pinag-utos, medyo duda na tayo. Can the President order Congress to do anything? That's a separate branch. And congressmen and senators are not under the control and supervision or even just supervision of the President. They're under a totally different branch of government. So, next, kaya pala niyang ipag-utos yung mga ganon. Which means, sa 3 taon na siyang presidente, bakit hindi niya ipinag-utos na wag na lang silang mangurakot? Bakit ngayon, kailangan piecemeal. Live stream niyo yung BICAM. Pero wala siyang sinasabi about the potential outcome. Para sa akin, kung totoong leader ka, you reward or punish the outcome. Results-oriented ka, di ba? Dapat. So anong ginagawa ng ating Pangulo? Hindi. Doon siya sa operations nag-uutos. In the process of gaining a particular goal. Doon siya nag-uutos. Bakit hindi mo na lang iutos yung final outcome? Unang-una, walang kurakot, walang ghost projects, walang insertions. If he had strong political will, edi sinunod siya. Kaso, ngayon siya magpe-pretend na kaya niyang maipag-utos itong sa BICAM when in truth and in fact, he can barely order somebody to get him a glass of water, at least on the Congress side. So, hey. So, either way, no matter how you look at the president's statement, it was not only badly timed, it is also badly drafted. So, itong Pangulo na to, dito ako nagtataka. Sa lahat ng problema niya, parating he treats it as a problem of public perception. Ibig sabihin, he doesn't see that he's doing anything wrong. Ang gusto lang niyang i-cure yung iniisip at nakikita ng mga tao. And so, sa lahat rin ng problema ng bayan, isa at isa lang ang kanyang response, PR. Itong PR campaign niya o gimmick niya tungkol dito sa flood control has now officially drowned the president's career. Tignan ninyo how badly he is doing in the surveys. And partida, posibleng yung iba dyan may daya pa. So, weak kasi ang leadership. So, parang ang nangyayari ngayon is he wants to project, I'm doing something about graft and corruption without explaining why he hasn't been doing anything about it before. So, ni-raise niya as a publicity gimmick and now he is trapped. Sabi ni Elmer, BBM, the great pretender. Oo. Sabi ni Mel C, in short, sa 3 years, alam niya ang mga insertions kasi he can control Congress pala. Because it's BICAM. Then he controls both HOR and the Senate. So ito may also mean he knows the corruption and he let it continue. Okay? Sabi ni Edsel, pa magnanakaw pa nasa dugo talaga nila mga kawatan. Yikes. Sabi ni Arms Mercado. So let's take apart his statement na naka-all caps pa kasi he has to shout eh. Yan yung problema. Many people do not understand that if you write in all caps sa internet, then it means you're shouting. And why would somebody be shouting? Well, it's because wala na kasi silang argumento, so he just tries to be heard louder. Kumbaga, if you have no argument, then whatever it is you say should be said louder. Sabi ni Arms, he's a good leader. Tawagin mo manawik, kaya pagtawag ni Ul Duterte na puon nyo salbag. Okay, sige, let's take that apart. PBBM, he's a good leader. Let me see, what is the evidence that he's a good leader? Wala akong nakikita. And that is your burden to prove, di ba? That is your burden to show evidence of his good leadership. Pero etong ipipresenta ko sa iyo sa kanyang good leadership. His foreign policy. He deviated from the Constitution which says that it must be an independent foreign policy. Good leader ba yon? Lumalabag ka sa saligang batas. Number two, despite his strong stance in the West Philippine Sea, by all lights, he keeps complaining and complaining and complaining, meaning however strong his stance is, it has not stopped other powers, China, Vietnam, and others, from trying to assert their claims in the West Philippine Sea. What about in governance? Last year, na-fact check na siya ng flood control. Pinagyabang niya 5,500 flood control projects, binaha, inanod, and left him embarrassed. But instead of investigating and finding out kung bakit pumalpak yung 5,500 flood control projects na yon, he waited a full year and several typhoons later where lives and property were lost. Does a good leader do that? Set aside a problem until you can't ignore it anymore? Di ba a good leader has to address the problem head on as soon as he realizes that there is one? Ano pa? During his presidency, crime rate went up. But instead of properly reporting it, there are so many stories coming out that they're actually window dressing the numbers. What else? Our OFWs are complaining. Our ordinary citizens, they're complaining. Taxes are high. Uy, thank you dun sa nagpadala sa GCash, number ending in 28. Taxes are high. Distrust on government officials even higher. Are we able, and not only that, there's so many taxes being imposed in addition to the ones that we're already suffering from. The economy is tanking, but what this government doesn't lack in is in excuses. So tell me how that is good leadership. Sabi ni Piki Patch, but all of this noise, asan yung mga never again battle cry ng mga pink and yellows? Nakakabingi yung katahimikan. I wish that they would just tell us the honest truth, the truth, that they changed their minds. Sila dyan yung never again to Marcos, galit na galit when he won, galit na galit when during the campaign, during elections, but now that the possibility of Vice President Inday Sara becomes ever more real every day, suddenly pro-BBM sila. Aminin nyo na lang that you changed your minds and that you are willing to withstand the corruption and the weakness of the Marcos administration simply because you don't like the Dutertes. Anyway, it's obvious naman to everybody, di ba? Sabi ni Arsenio, is the president well in his cognitive and mental equilibrium state? He needs neuropsychiatric help. Well, the first step to resolving or solving a problem is to admit that there is a problem. And right now, the president will not admit that. Unfortunately, if he waits too long, the people will solve his problem for him. I haven't seen the swimsuit walk of Emma Ticlao. Why is it controversial? Sabi ni Bright, kaya pala niyang utusan ang legislators. Eh bakit pinirmahan niya noon ang last budget kahit na tinanggal lahat ng mga major projects niya? Achiche, ang itbulaga lang, ano? Sabi ni Remnant, how could he be a good leader na wala naman siyang natatapos sa mga sinimulan niyang programs? O nga pala, nakalimutan natin idagdag. Presyo ng bigas na pinang-i-excuse ng mga tao niya na pangarap lang naman yun, di. Hindi naman yun pangako. Well, I have news for you. Ano, sinatgan na ni Presidente, sinoot down ni Presidente mismo yung argumento ninyo. At naglabas nga siya ng 20 pesos na bigas. Yun nga lang, doble. Kasi ito yung bigas ng Kadiwa. And heavily subsidized na nga siya, binibili pa natin. Bukod pa dyan, ano pa ba yung iba? Nasa na yung mga pangakong dadami yung mga trabaho. Sabi ni Kanyeng, uy galit to. Huwag kayo magalit sa akin. Sabi niya, anong good leader? May makita ka bang good leader na yung nag-comment, na nagtatanong anong gagawin natin sa hugupit ng bagyo? Sila to salbag saan mo mo lawlawat them. Reply ko yan dun sa nagsabing good leader lang. Salamat po. Ay nako, good leader kayo dyan. Sabi ni I am glad. Baka yun talaga ang plano, attorney. First 3 years, they will bleed the Philippines dry. Then the president will come to the rescue and solve the problem. He will be the hero who he will endorse in the next elections. I have a problem with that characterization. It's too intelligent and I cannot give them any credit for being smart. Kasi itong flood control, aminado naman sila eh. This was a PR gimmick that they have lost control over. And hello, they don't even think that far. Hell, there's some people who are arguing they don't even think at all. Sabi ni Versatility, iba yung sinasabi, iba yung ginagawa. Umpisahan na natin sa 20 pesos na kilong bigas. See, well said. Sabi ni Ma'am Josephine, he's not a good leader. He cannot even convey his thoughts to his listeners. He's not a capable leader. Di marunong magpaka-presidente as VP Inday already said. Correct. Sabi ni Luffy, bakit ang tagal magdesisyon ng Supreme Court about the 2025 budget? I don't know po. I have no idea. Hi kay Ma'am Corazon who's watching from Davao City. Sabi ni Ethan, pinapagana na lang niya ang PCO. Feeling ko sa PCO ang highest budget now. Oo, parang ganun. Sabi ni Ma'am Marian, ICI manipulated by BBM. We must do something to address the corruption. BBM and Liza Tanas are behind all this corruption. They're the masterminds. Di ba sindikato na ang corruption? Who is their leader? Who is the president of sindikato? Who is the president? Mm. As you can tell, puyat na naman tayo. Sabi ni Rodney, lahi ng Marcos, magnanakaw at hindi bababa sa pwesto yung Marcos Sr. nga, hindi bumaba eh. Yes, he had to leave na lang. Sabi ni Rodel, BBM is not a weak leader, he is incompetent. Oh, you can actually be both, sir. Sabi ni Sir Bright, kaya naman mas okay sa kanila si BBM kasi po, sa totoo lang, iisa lang ang gawain nila. Crocs of the same feather corrupt together. Hay, ang dami na naman mahahawa sa hikab ko. Sabi ni Ma'am Daisy, dapat lahat ng Pilipino nakikinig kay attorney, madaming magigising sa katotohanan na wala tayong mapapala sa administrasyon na ito ni President Marcos. Kaya everyday nakikinig ako kay Attorney Trix, pati kay Attorney Mike Operario. Madami din matututunan sa katotohanan. Yap. Sabi ni Sir Anthony, his leadership management style is so enormously pathetic. Ay, sinabi niyo. So, bakit siya naglalabas ng ganito? So, inutusan niya. So, this is what we have to say in turn. Wag niyong pabayaan na ako lang yung nagsabi nito. If you agree, post. Sabihin natin, Kaya mo pala silang utusan. Bakit napabayaan mo sila? Kaya mo pala silang utusan, pwede naman palang sabihin sa kanila na, "Oy, tama na yung insertions, tigil-tigilan yan. Halata naman kayo masyado." But he didn't. Ngayon lang siya nag-uutos na supposedly ipa-live stream yung BICAM. As if naman makakatulong yon, honestly. Unang-una, dapat na lang ginagawan nila ng transcript yan. Ang BICAM is possibly one of only very, very few proceedings in the House and Senate na walang official transcript. Yung isa, yung Commission on Appointments. Now, why is that? Bakit yung mga proceedings na yon walang official transcript? Kung may transcript yan, did that already satisfies the need for transparency? Bakit hindi nila ginagawa? Sabi ni John Phipps, build better bullshit ni BBM. Yan. That's kind of it. Yeah. Sabi ni Ma'am Josephine, Luzonite's dislike of VP Sara is some sort of discrimination because she's Bisaya and she's a strong woman na envy ng mga pink sa threads. Ma'am, I sincerely do not think that it is a Luzon problem. It might be a Metro Manila problem, but I seriously doubt that it has anything to do with being Bisaya. Number one, language like this divides people and pushes those who are neutral and possibly able to side with VP Inday into opposition against us. So, unang-una, Luzon ako. Tagalog ako. I do not have any dislike for Bisaya. And as a matter of fact, I spent many of my growing up years in Mindanao because my father was an Air Force officer. Now imagine the different experiences of people in Luzon. While I understand na mayroon talagang mga taga rito na hindi maayos ang tingin sa hindi nila kababayan or hindi nila naiintindihan o taga ibang lugar, wag naman po tayong mag-sweeping generalization. Kasi dyan po nag-uumpisa ang pagkakahiwa-hiwalay natin. At sa tingin nyo ba, makakagawa tayo ng pagbabago kung tayo ay hiwa-hiwalay? What is the point in saying this? Luzonites dislike of VP Sara. Where? Okay? While expected yan because that's expected because that's her home island. She has roots. She has roots in the Visayas because of her father. Oh. Then naturally like attracts like. So, alam nyo, we had no such discrimination for PRRD because by the end of his term, he had hordes of admirers in Luzon. And in fact, against type, he actually turned Metro Manila around. Ay, naka. We have to stop this or at least minimize this. Yung acting as though we are still governed by just family or by just region, by ethno-linguistic groupings. Wag nang ganyan. We're fighting for a country. And the only way we're going to win is when we have the more powerful force, which means we need to get more people on our side. I do not, I'm not saying that what you're saying is wrong. I'm not sure if it is right either. But what I do know is that I want us to get together. I want us to gel and have a single purpose. And let's not encourage the differences, but rather celebrate where we are all alike. Sabi ni Versatility, bakit di kaya mag-state witness si Cheese? Because I strongly believe that masasalag pa niya yan. There is no point in determining and asking to be a state witness this early if you have not seen the evidence yet being presented not just against himself but against his other accused. So, wait and see yan. Sabi ni Teen Seneschal, ang writ of habeas corpus nga 7 months na. But you have to understand, wala nang urgency yung habeas corpus because PRD is not in the country. Instead, the Supreme Court has to resolve whether or not the taking and sending of him to The Hague is legal. So, kaya yan nagtatagal because there is no urgency unlike a regular or a normal habeas corpus proceeding where the person is under the person you're trying to get or who is being illegally detained is within the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court. Sabi ni Mike, yung Trillion Peso Group, kasama ba din tayo? Duterte doon? Mix-mix po tayo? Hindi ko po alam, but we know that we are not the ones who are organizing it. Sabi ni Ma'am Tin, among-among datingan niyo. Actually, that's something that you're right in pointing out. Ano talaga, senyorito, ano? Panay utos lang, kaya walang alam. Ayan. Lumaki sa ano. Sabi ni Arsenio, is he in touch with reality? I pray your prodding of realistic and practical rationale would reach the president. Or he really needs to be confined to a psychiatric facility. Yikes. Sabi ni Romeo in Greece, he's not weak, he's very weak. Sabi ni Chester, we love you, support you. BBM is the weakest president ever. Super B at super inutil. Ano na kaya nangyari sa Maharlika funds at sa mga binenta nilang gold reserves? So, sabi ni Ma'am Janine, naniniwala na ako ngayon na ang mga Marcoses and his cronies ay mga magnanakaw. Yeah. Ang hirap na rin i-deny, ano? Sabi ni Ma'am Jasmine, pangako pa ni BBM, wala na mga Pilipino, mga ibang bayan para magtrabaho. Char, si FPRD ang naglunsad ng DMW, Department of Migrant Workers, para sa kapakanan naming mga OFWs. Swak na swak, Ma'am Jasmine. Thank you for the virtual hugs from Italy, Ma'am Nene. Sabi ni Tatay's grind, it would be too naive, if not outright dumb, to believe that the executive who signs all implementation is truly investigating how theft happened. Totoo yan. So parang ano, para sa akin, super duper red flag na nga. When tinanggal niya yung, you well, you appoint somebody who's an excellent investigator with a good track record and then tell him not to investigate. Ano ba? Hi, Sir Maxi. I'm in the car actually, pero pagdating sa bahay, hindi na yan putol-putol. Sabi ni Bench, subok na ng panahon, magnanakaw noon, magnanakaw hanggang ngayon. O, di ba? Legasiya talaga. Sabi ni Jefferson, may pag-asa pa po ba ang bansang Pilipinas sa gobyernong sindikatong Marcos? Well, ako ang tingin ko, may pag-asa ang taong bayan kung i-uphold natin ang saligang batas. Ang tanging sagot nandun din. Diba? Come together. Sabi ni Arnold, pwede po ba maging state witness si Martin Romualdez? Ibig sabihin, least guilty siya at ang tinuturo na mastermind ay ang mag-asawang Diskaya. Di ba nakakaloka? Maniwala ka na somebody as powerful as him, inuutusan lang ng mga Diskaya? Ay. But why is the Supreme Court silent? Wala na po ba talagang paraan na checkmate na? Well, um, since we don't know the why, speculating is not going to be good for us. We don't know the why. Nobody does. Nobody's even saying it out loud. I mean, there's not even any speculation as to why there are no proceedings yet. Sabi ni Sir Max, we also have DPWH projects. The SOP is always there. Most have the middleman. So, hati-hati, 20% SOP. So, either you play the game or you lose. Sabi ni RG, may panukala na si Tito Sen, nababaan yung retirement sa 39 years old. Patawa talaga tong si Soto. Napanood niyo po ba yung latest interview ni VP about kay Auntie Claire? Napaka-ambisyosa maging DOJ. Anong sinabi ni VP Inday? Nakakaawa yung hikap. Ay, totoo. Kasi antok na ako. Ba't ang dami ko pang ginagawa? Isipin nyo, on top of all of these meetings, on top of all of the planning for other activities, pumapasok pa ako sa school. So, so yeah, grabe ang antok ko. Sabi ni Ken, I just like to clarify that Junior is not weak. He is simply useless. Ay, nako, totoo. Nakakaano lang eh. Ako, I really feel that he would be, kumbaga, wait, you're right. There's no other word for it. Kawawa ang mahahalal na Pangulo sa susunod kasi isang damakmak na gusot at problema ang iiwan ng admin na ito. Ay, nako, sinabi niyo pa. Feeling ko nga, parang yung Pilipinas, 3 steps forward with PRD and then 5 steps back with BBM. Sabi ni RG, sipag niyo po, attorney, sana bigyan ka pa po ng lakas ng katawan ng Panginoon araw-araw. I think binibigay naman po niya, so kailangan ko talaga magpasalamat sa kanya. Di ba? Medyo maano na, parang ang dami ko nang dapat pasalamatan para sa mga itinulong niya sa atin. Gayon pa man, tuloy-tuloy pa rin ang dasal natin para maayos yung bayan. Dali lang Oops. So, yun. Baka sabi ni Tonyo Marikina, baka sa pagsasaayos pa lang ng gobyerno, baka di sumapat ang 6 na taon. Well, ganito yan. Ako, malaki ang tiwala ko kay VP Inday. Hindi ko nakikita siya na kawawa, no? Sure, maraming problema. Pero tignan niyo itong ginagawa nila sa kanya. And she's able to withstand it. In fact, taas noo pa rin siya. Tapos may gana pang makipagbiruan. Yung mga sarkasam hirit niya. May gana pa siya talagang magano ng ganon, makipagbiruan ng ganyan in spite of everything that she's facing. So, para sa akin, hindi. Kung si VP Inday yan, hindi siya kawawa. She may have a lot of work to do. Pero ang tingin ko, with our help and with God's grace, kayang-kaya niya yan. Sabi ni Fifi, very busy kayo. Thank you po. May time po kayo makapag-live at marinig ang smart opinion nyo. God bless. Ingat po. Kayo din po ha. These times, ano ba yan? These are the times that try men's souls, sabi. Ibig sabihin talagang sinusubukan tayo ng panahon na ito. Sinusubukan tayo, tinitesting yung limits ng makakayanan natin. Pero di ba, yung kasabihan din, hindi naman ibibigay ito sa atin kung hindi natin kakayanin. Hey, hey. Oo, very busy lang nga po talaga kami ngayon. Sabi ni Dogman, what do you think of the Mindanao secession? Oops, wait. Pag naghikayat tayo niyan, that is actually inciting to sedition. So, ingat lang po tayo. But yes, let's talk about that. Ang tingin ko, this is the sign of the times. Bakit may usapan na naman ganon? Ibig sabihin, napapabayaan na naman ang Mindanao. Or, eto nadinig natin I emphasize na nadinig natin from people who know. At nagrereklamo ang ilang mga kababayan natin, lalo-lalo na ang mga kababayan nating Muslim, na sa kanilang sa farm, nagkakaroon talaga ng problema. Nagkakaroon na naman ng gulo. Na itong experiment natin to bring our kababayans na nag-experiment with secessionists, with the secessionist movement, with rebellion and all that, ay matigil na ang paglaban, baba-armas na. Pero, kaya sila nagiging dissatisfied uli, ay ngayon lang uli tayo nagkaroon ng Marcos na nakaupo. At itong Marcos na to, ang naridinig din po natin ay parang hindi binibigay sa BARM o sa mga opisyales at mga kababayan natin dun sa areas na yon, hindi binibigay yung nararapat para sa kanila. So, bakit hindi na naman satisfied? Bakit may usapan na naman na ganito? Well, again, it goes back to the leadership. Sabi ni Ma'am Imelda, wala akong maiambag, kung di mag-share lang sa FB ng mga post nyo, more power po sa inyo. Ma'am, malaking bagay po yon. Baka pwedeng isama nyo na rin ng dasal. So, okay na tayo doon, ma'am. Malaking bagay yan para sa amin. So, maraming salamat po. Tsaka like, share, follow, subscribe. Mag-subscribe kayo. Subscribe sa YouTube, wala pong bayad yon So, subscribe po kayo sa YouTube, follow kayo sa TikTok, sa lahat ng ibang pages. Yun po yung hihilingin namin sa inyo. Sabi ni Pulang Rosas, ako, naniniwala din po ako na kakayanin ni VP ang trabaho ng pagiging Pangulo. Dahil sa dami ng pagsubok na nalampasan, pinapatibay siya ng tadhana bago maging Pangulo. Yes, agree ako dyan. Kaya hindi ko sinasabi yung kawawa ang susunod na Pangulo. Kung si VP Inday yan, hindi siya kawawa. Unang-una, may suporta siya. Marami tayong sumusuporta sa kanya. Pangalawa, marunong siya magtrabaho, masipag. Pangatlo, alam na niya kung paano umandar ang politika sa national government at alam na niya kung anong ginagawa, anong gawain nito. So, she comes now with experience. And unique yung experience niya. Sanay na siyang binibira, tinatamaan, kinakasuhan, hindi nagko-cooperate ang ilang mga tao sa kanya. Alam na niya yan, sisiw na yan sa kanya. When she gets to the presidency, sanay na siya, empowered pa. Sabi ni Ma'am Marie, when you interviewed B during the campaign, I already knew that he won't be good for the country. His answers then lack sincerity and look rehearsed. Ang dami ang taong ginamit. Yeah. Sabi ni Sir Ron, umaaray na ang negosyante. Pag wala ng negosyante, walang trabaho. At pag walang trabaho sa isang bansa, may immigration or migration ang solusyon. At pag ang Pilipino umalis, limit na ang tax o babagsak ang tax collection. Good. Sabi ni Mish, may whole departure na si Garma. Ang tanong po, nasa Pinas ba yun? Hearsay na tetestigo siya sa ICC. Anong hearsay? Andun nga siya, di ba? Inamin naman nasa balita na nandun siya sa Hague. Nung nandun kami, nagparally pa nga si Trillanes, di ba? Pero hindi ko po nakita, wala sa kanila, hindi ko sila nakita, both of them. Sabi ni Randy, besides that, mapanglait kasi mga Tagalog sa NCR. Are you saying ginagawa ko yan sa inyo? Kaya naisip namin taga Mindanao bumukod na lang. Ulitin ko, sinabi ko ba ever, nilait ko ba kayo ever, as a people, as an ethnographic group, as an ethno-linguistic group? Lumaki nga ako. Part of my growing years were spent in Mindanao, in Sulu, in Cotabato, in Zamboanga. Pero nung patapos na ang duty ng tour of duty, nung pa-retire na ang papa, ang last kanyang pagkadestino ay sa Cebu. So, did I ever do that? Kasi ako, Tagalog ako. Ako, taga-NCR. Hindi nyo ako kalaban. So, bakit nyo ako inaaway? Di ba? How does it look now? Wala kaming ginagawa sa iyo, or ako, wala akong ginagawa sa inyo. And yet, you come to my wall, tapos lalaitin mo ako. So, anong iisipin namin? This is a divisive act. Kung mayroon po kayong kinagagalit, pangalanan niyo yung tao na yun. At yun ang ikagalit ninyo. Alam niyo, this is the reason why we don't win eh. That's why our politicians win, kasi divided tayo. At divided tayo with age-old discriminations against each other. Ang tagal na niyan, kailan tayo titigil niyan? Kasi pagka ganyan tayo, nag-i-insist tayo on regional differences, on this or that. May isang Tagalog na narinig ninyong naglait sa inyo, you will now judge all Tagalogs, all people from NCR, all ganito. E di, wala, never ending na. Ang dami na nating kaaway, naghahanap pa ba tayo ng panibago? Sabi ni Ma'am Samin, tama, wag nila lahat, Tagalog din ako. Sabi ni Ken, hinihinog na ng panahon ang pagkakataon si VP Inday. Tulad siyang nagsili at may resibo ang trabaho bilang abogado. Nagsilbi at may resibo ang trabaho bilang abogado. City Mayor, Vice President, she's capable to lead the country. She's ready. Sabi ni Hazel, ang tanong ko sa lahat ng ayaw kay VP Sara, sino sa tingin niyo papalit kay BBM na next president na makakaayos ng ating bayan at magkaroon ng tiwala sa pamumuno? Sa akin, hindi ganun yung tanong eh. Ano yung nakalagay sa saligang batas? Sabi ni Mark, will the ICI demand for restitution muna bago gawing state witness? Gaya ng sinabi ni Remulla, ano yung Ainan, sa mga diskaya na mag-ask para mapasa ilalim sa WPP at maging state witness. Look, being under the witness protection and being a state witness are two different things. Although you can be both, it's not necessarily always the same. Sabi ni Asking Pinoy, ang ganda ng pagkasabi niya. Every time someone says wala namang magbabago, may isa na namang magnanakaw na humahaba ang buhay sa pwesto. The country doesn't need more watchers, it needs warriors. Put faith in your feet and feet in your faith. Nice. Sabi ni Tom, ako rin, taga-NCR, pure Tagalog, and I like the Dutertes very much because of the big development in Davao City. Sa totoo lang, akala ko hindi nga ako magugustuhan ni PRD bilang kaibigan. Kasi, unang-una, Tagalog ako. Hindi naman ako gumraduate sa San Beda, UP ako. So I had all of these things going against me. Pero there was one thing that I remember sa aming kwentuhan na natuwa siya. Sabi niya, huwag ko nang sabihin, jahe na eh. Kasi baka sabihin niya self-serving. Pero kumbaga, natuwa siya. The conversations were happy, they were intelligent, they were ano. So, it didn't stop us from being friends. So, kasi he didn't judge me by where I came from or where I studied or what my region is. We became friends. Simple. Taga Davao siya. He's older than me. He was president of the republic. Ako, ano ba naman ang position ko, di ba? As compared to him. And yet, we became friends. Nakakadalaw kami ng mga ibang vloggers sa kanya. Kapag on occasion lang naman, hindi naman madalas. Pero did it ever stop him yung yung aming differences in region and all that? Siningil ba niya ako sa mga ginagawa or perceived na ginagawa ng ibang mga taga-NCR or ibang mga Tagalog? Thank you kay Maysan Wilson. Sabi ni Christopher, even here abroad, isa yan sa problema nating mga Pinoy, masyado tayong regional. Hindi ba pwedeng sabihin na lang ng mga Pilipino tayo? Ito po kasi din yun eh. Kapag sinasaktan ang Mindanao, nasasaktan din kami. Kasi makakababayan namin kayo. Pag sinasabi ninyong aalis kayo, kami din ang nasasaktan. Kasi kung sa isang katawan, parang it feels like an amputation. Ang turing namin sa inyo, mga kababayan namin. Ang turing namin sa Visayas at Mindanao, bahagi ng bayan. Hindi ito removable. Hindi ito movable. Hindi ito parang Lego na pwede mong baklas-baklasin. We need each other. We are a country. We're already a country. And we have to start fighting for each other. Kung inaapi ang Mindanao, lalaban din kami para protektahan kayo. I hope that someday you understand that. And I hope that someday comes soon. Because in Christianity, whatsoever you do to the least of my brothers, you do unto me. Di ba? So, kung kayo po ay nasasaktan, kami, masasaktan din. Hindi namin gagawin yan sa inyo. Hindi namin titiisin na gawin yan sa inyo. Sabi ni Ma'am Vilma, ano naman turing ng taga Luzon sa among taga Mindanao at Visayas? Ma'am, tanungin nyo. Tinatanong ko kayo, ano ang ginawa ko sa inyo? Ano ang turing ko sa inyo? Ako ba, nilait ko ba kayo? Ako ba nag-discriminate sa inyo? Kasi ako, taga Luzon. Hindi ko ikahihiya na Tagalog ako. Hindi ko ikahihiya kung saan ako gumraduate. Hindi ko kinahihiya ang background ko. Pero bakit nyo ako pinaparusahan? Sabi ni Ma'am Joyce, ako Negros po ako pero hindi po ako against sa Luzon at Mindanao. Kasi kapwa po tayo Pilipino at iisa lang po ang ating lahi. At dapat po magkaisa tayo para sa ating bayan. Ingat lang po parati. God bless. Kamakailan, mayroong Mindanao Art Fair. At mayroong napakagaling ng mga weavers. Ang mga bansil, kung hindi ako nagkakamali binili namin yung buong collection ng bagong works ng mga weavers, mga Mindanao indigenous peoples ito. Binili namin to protect it. Kasi ito ang unang samples ng mga pag-evolve ng textile ng area na yan. Inubos po namin, sinimot namin, wala kami masyadong pera. Pero para dyan, para sa development ng ganyang art, binili namin yung works para ma-display ko one of these days. Kapag kami ay nag-ikot, ilalabas ko yan at i-display nang makita ng buong sambayan ng Pilipino ang galing, likas na talino ng ating mga katutubo. So, kung tatanungin ninyo, ano ang turing namin sa inyo? Ganito. Nagpo-promote kami, hindi lang ng Mindanao art, pero pati mismo ang turismo sa area ninyo. Diyan nga ako lumaki. At nung tuwing umuwi kami, dinadala namin ang mga kwento na yan. sana po, hindi lang po yung mga masasamang experience ang natatandaan ninyo. Sana po naaalala niyo din when somebody does something for you. Sana naaalala niyo rin yung mga panahon na hindi masama, yung mga tumungo tayo towards development.